Gemini, the person you are thinking about, how do they feel and how do they view you? Versus how you feel, how you view them. This will not resonate with everyone. Take with us, leave the rest, switch the roles if you have to. If the shoe doesn't fit, don't force it. If it's too confusing, it's not your reading. Gemini, how they feel and how, let's just take this one, how they view you. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra. All right, Gemini, they feel like you're someone who's very fair. They feel like you're someone who's very balanced. There's something about equality here. The scale is balanced. They view you as someone who can also take accountability. They view you as someone truthful. Some of you could be dealing with someone, or this could be you. There could be law enforcement or someone who works with the courts. The justice card. This is someone who feels like you wouldn't wrong them. You're too fair. You're too righteous. You're too truthful. How they view you, the Wheel of Fortune. I do have to clarify this. Sorry, my cards are in reverse. Let me just make sure these are okay. I don't want them to be reversed. Give me 1 second. This is just these then. I guess these were all reversed. All right, let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Why do they view you as the Wheel of Fortune? The Page of Pentacles. They view you as someone who's very lucky in life. Like whatever it is that you do for a living, Gemini, you're very lucky. You attract abundance or you attract good fortune. But at the same time, I feel like they view you as someone who stresses out a lot. Like you overthink. Some of you, they view you as someone who overgives, or you stress about, like you're so righteous and you're so, everything, has to be a certain way, and we're never going to do any wrong. But they also view you as someone who stresses way too much when things might not go a certain way, because the Wheel of Fortune is like the wheel of life. So they feel like you tend to suffer, or you get a lot of anxiety from things that sometimes could even be out of control. Some of them could view you as someone who either also apologizes a lot or tries to overdo things, even if it wasn't a big deal, or even if you were you weren't that wrong, or I don't know how to explain this. It's almost like you're just an overgiver, and they view you as someone who stresses out when they can't either give or make things right. And this could be in the relationship or even the world. If you see something that's wrong and you can't fix it, or you can't help somebody out, they view you as someone who either suffers or worries or overthinks it all. What about you? How do you feel about them? Ace of Swords. And how do you view them? Page of Swords. All right, so I am going to clarify the Ace of Swords. Why do you feel the Ace of Swords about them? King of Wands and the Three of Cups. Why do you view them as the Page of Swords? Seven of Swords and the Ten of Cups. Okay. It's interesting because I feel like how you feel about them, you feel they're very intelligent. You can have the most interesting conversations with this person. You can also have a lot of fun because you feel like they're very passionate. They make you feel very good with that King of Wands, or you may just find them very attractive. There's definitely like a lot of chemistry, a lot of passion, a lot of good energy here. I feel like this person, how they make you feel, you weren't even expecting to feel this, Gemini. I feel like they've even broadened your horizons or changed your perspective in some way. They've enlightened you, and it's a very positive enlightenment. I feel like it's very happy, it's very exciting. Everything with them feels very passionate and fun. Now, how you view them, you do view them, like I said, very intelligent. Like this is someone who they may be in school, or they have a degree, or it doesn't matter if they have a degree or not. They may read a lot, they're very curious, they have questions, like they can hold a conversation. This is how you're viewing them. But at the same time, you kind of view them as, they can, I don't know if it's sneaky energy. It could be kind of sneaky energy. Um with that Seven of Swords, it's kind of throwing me off. I feel like in order to achieve happiness, they do things that you probably wouldn't do. I don't know if they've broken the law, or it doesn't have to be that serious, but I feel like to get certain things, to go to certain places, to, I'll give you an example, for them to be put first on a list, or it could be something more serious. They kind of have to pull some strings, and the strings that they pull aren't always the righteous or the right way or the correct thing or the truthful way of doing things, but ultimately it leads to a lot of happiness. There could also be some type of something secretive about this person. This is someone who could be a little more introverted or shy. But they're smart, like they're quick. This is someone who's very quick and witty. And you may also view them as having like a dark sense of humor. I'm getting that too. I'm not getting like this person, for some of you, maybe they were in jail for some of you. I'm not getting that. Maybe some things that they did could put them in jail. Again, it doesn't have to be that severe, or it could get them in a lot of trouble. But ultimately, I feel like this person does bring you a lot of happiness, or you view them as someone who, even though they may be a little bit different, they may not be so righteous. Some of you are also a little too much with this righteousness thing, or this uh everything, has to be a certain way. Sometimes you overdo that. And because this person doesn't, or they're a little more relaxed, or they don't think it as severely as you do, um, it's like you guys are kind of opposites in a way. This person, I don't know if I mentioned, they may be younger than you. You may view them as younger, or you also try to, I don't know if you try to educate them or inform them, or um, I will say very specifically, some of you, you may try to modernize this person, or you may feel it like that. Some of you have a huge ego, by the way, or you feel like it's your way or the highway, or it's very hard for you to see a different perspective, even though you're very, it feels like you're very aware, Gemini, or like you're very intelligent. But some of you, I feel like it's also hard for you to not necessarily like understand a different perspective, but like I said, it's like whatever it is that you do, that's the way we have to do it. And even though there's other perspectives, we're still going to do it the way we have to do it. Kind of. I don't know if this will make any sense, but that's how I'm feeling it. So that's how I'm saying it. All right. Why is this all happening, Gemini? Why is this all happening? To help you break free from fear. Some of you, and it could be mutually, I feel like you guys teach each other different things. And you, even though initially it felt like you kind of opened this person up to a new world, they kind of open you up to a new world and a different perspective too. And I feel like along the way on this road of life, on this journey, you both are kind of helping each other overcome either insecurities or just be more open in general mutually. But anyways, that's what I'm getting. Thank you for watching. Have a great week. Whenever you watch this, this is a timeless reading.